Hello everybody, Patricia here, and it is time for the yearly Atlus survey. Now I was gonna do a video about like, oh Alice, where's the survey? We're not gonna have a survey this year because it usually happens in July. Well, between May and July. But it's happening in August. Okay, got me a little bit worried there, Alice. But I'm doing it right now. I'm actually pretty late on this. Like this was like announced basically like earlier this morning. I had work. Fortunately couldn't do it until now, so let's just get right into it, see what they're gonna have to say, and we're gonna say what we think about, what their plans are gonna be for the future. Now I did see a couple of people post, something about Persona 1, Persona 2 related about questions in there, so not sure what it was all about. I just saw someone say, "Oh, Persona 1 2," and then quit survey, and then I'm like, nope, not checking that, not checking that. So let's get right into it. So from Alice to our dear fans, please take part of our annual survey. So thank you for ongoing patronage of our games. Following last year, we are once again conducting online survey for participants in North America. The survey has been conducted in Japan since 2015, so hey, 10th anniversary this year. We've taken the opportunity to review and streamline the questions and response format, which has grown more complex over time. The result is shorter, more accessible survey that we hope a wider range of people will feel comfortable participating in. Okay. Uh, just real quick, let me just check something. Uh, yeah. We're good. We're good. All right. So let's get on right into it. Just pulls up. Oh, there we go. Yep. So we're good on that. Let us start. Okay, I'm in the U.S. uh, I obviously agree. Sure. Obviously, I'm there. Male, obviously. Yes. Sorry for the people who don't live in the U.S. But I think people would lie, just say, "Oh yeah, I totally live in the U.S." to get their input, right? Um. Now I'm thinking like maybe I should, increase the size of this on the video, because I think like there was an issue of this last time, just like, oh, I'm so small, or like I'm too big and the results are a bit small. I kind of forgot it's been a year. uh, yeah, saw a post on Twitter. Oh, okay, it just depends on how things will go. So let me just boost up a little bit. Uh, Employee of parents. Oh God, what happened to my mouse there? Just like, how much time? Well, whenever I'm off work, I'm just like, I basically like have like 4 hours or so before I head back to sleep. So kind of an hour, less than two. Then off days, 5 to 10. Oh, how much free time? Uh, I think probably putting like two less than 5 hours for that. Uh, then technically 10 hours or more. Technically. uh, I usually like to budget my money. Just like give myself like 200, depending on what's happening. Like if there's an event going on, then just like splurge a little more, but like usually around that much. Which of the device do you currently own? Let me just put my keyboard over here, because most likely I'm not going to be using that. Then just put my mouse right on my mouse pad here. Device that you own, even there by family. What, PS5, PS5 Pro, PS4 Pro, Switch, and yeah, all this. When do you most recently play the games on the following device? Well, technically, well, technically in the past month, yeah. I actually started my PS4 this past week. I was playing my Switch this past week. My phone every day because I use it. It's been the past 3 months. Technically, like, if you count, like, Wallpaper Engine as a game, it's technically every day. Because it always, like, loads up. On work days, work or school days, and on off days, how much time. So technically, like, probably like an hour less. And then, I mean, if I'm on an off day, then, like, technically I have 10 more hours. So, yeah. We asked about the devices and platforms you indicated to play games on. Average, how many hours? Okay. So PS5. It really depends on the day, like, and the game I want to play. Like, for example, like Afterbot, there be days when I, like, recently got just I'm just gonna play it right now because, like, it's a fun game. Like, when it comes to, like, maybe like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, just like it's a lot of dedication to do that. So less than an hour. The same goes that. Now with the Switch, I can literally just pull out of my bag and just, like, start playing. So any, like, hour, less than 2, because I can just, like, playing quick match in Ego Master Duel, pretty easy. I basically use my Switch as my Master Duel system, despite its frame rate and the quality of it is like I mean, technically, this is just like I mean, I'm on it, like, basically every day, YouTube and all that stuff. Now on holidays, well, it depends on how much we're doing on the day. Again, depends on if I have a game that's exclusively on the PS4 that I haven't moved over to my PS5. It just really depends on that. But I'd say, like, that much. Hour two. 2 hours less than 5. Technically, like, I'm not really playing games on my computer that much, but I'm just using it. So, I'd say 5. So I don't use that. Not that. Past 3 months. Okay, so I do have Epic Games. I haven't counted that, but I never played a game on it. Like, I'm just using, like, oh hey, you got some free games? Okay, give me the games. Add to the collection. I'm not gonna be opening you up, but I'm just gonna add you to my collection. All that. So technically, I haven't played any games on that. And I really don't use any other services, so yeah, it's mainly just Steam. Yeah, all genres you like to play. Obviously, JRPGs, turn-based, dungeon crawler. Yeah, like me, my version of visual novel, roguelike RPGs. I mean, I like my Binding of Isaac, so yeah. Open world, action adventures, yeah. turn-based strategy, yeah, action RPG, and an occasional rhythm game. Puzzle. I mean, I do like my Professor Lane and also, Ace Attorney. So yeah. Okay, select all the video games that you know from the following. So just gonna go back and forth with this. Yes, I know Nocturne, 5 Remaster, Royal Remaster. Yeah, yeah. I essentially know all the Persona, anything Atlus related. Uh, hmm, I think I might like. I definitely know of Nexus. Yeah, definitely. Reloaded. Yeah. Expansion Pass. Yeah. Yeah. I recently see someone talk about that, so now I know about it. Catherine, Phantom X, Full Body, Revival, Dress Crown, Pro, Night Rain, Wukong, Odin Sphere, yeah, 13 Sentinels, Power. I basically know majority of this stuff. Rido, yep. When you guys don't finish playing Rido, and hopefully gonna be finished editing all that soon. Expedition 33, yeah, no Wilds, OGP5, Dancing Moonlight, yeah, Infinite Wealth, Dancing Starlight, uh, yeah, I know all this, that, OG Royals, Generation, Strikers, Golden, specifically the Steam version, Ultimax, yeah, I know that, yeah, basically I know all this. Okay, have you purchased the following games? Purchase here refers to purchase made for yourself. Yeah, but that new, buy new. Fortunately, buy that new. Buy new, buy the new. Not purchase, not purchase, purchase. Yeah, purchase that. Uh, via subscription. It was free on I think it was free on PlayStation Plus 1 year. Have not purchase. Have not purchase. Okay, so with 13 Sentinels, technically Alice sent that to me for free to review. Thank you, Alice, for doing that. So will that uh technically I haven't bought it. So would it be, because technically I haven't purchased it and I'm not planning to because I already have it, so check out my videos on 30 Sentinels if you haven't. Not planning to do it. Bought that. Bought that. Bought that, unfortunately. Bought that, unfortunately. Bought that. Yep. Yep. Have not bought that. Not bought that. Not bought that. Bought that via LRG. Got that LRG. Bought that. Bought that. Considering purchase. I have not bought that yet. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be let's playing that for episode Igas. I'm still debating on what game I'm let's playing on next. Because I do want to, at least not do another S&T or Persona games for my next let's play. I'm thinking about something else. So stay tuned to the channel for that. Yeah, I technically purchased Phantom X. Not considering. Considering that. Not. No. Considering. No. Alright, got that. No, no, no. Yep, got that. I got that. And no. Alright. Alright, so have you played Phantom X? I have. I played, but did not make in-game purchases. Okay, watch following video. Okay. So fortunately, we have to watch this, I think. Alright. Can I just close it? Because it says required, so... But I'll probably will purchase it, right? I gotta play a video. Okay. And I don't have the audio just set up. You're just gonna see that. I don't have the audio. At least put 720, right? Then it says like 16 seconds. Okay, that's 17. Alright, very good. Okay, how frequently do you purchase video games, both digitally and physically? Um, Technically, I made a game purchase this month. Technically, it's 3 in 1, so I didn't buy anything last month, but I did buy. Did I? Just looking at mine. No, didn't buy anything. Yeah, so it was just right out. So like around one every 2 months. Yeah, it really depends on what game's coming out and also if I want let's play that. So yeah, how much do you spend per month on DLC? How much do you spend per month on game titles and DLC? Uh, I don't know. Like, if they were like separate questions, like I feel like that would be, something better to say, because like, oh yeah, I can spend like $60 on a game and then like, nothing on DLC, or for 1 month and then like, oh, I spent like $20 on a DLC and then nothing for a game. I guess just like put in the middle like 10 to 49. Yeah, I'm not that this is like really off question to ask. So just gonna put that. Do you purchase more physical editions or digital versions again? Physical. Physical all the way. Like you guys can't see my line of games and then games shelves right over there. I buy only or mostly physical editions. Yeah. So yep, because hey, physical is best. They can't take away your games. So yeah. Can't do the list of physical games. How many games have they on Steam? Over 100. Like, oh, I'm a physical guy. Having over 100 games. Hey, Steam sales. Don't doubt that. And also, there's like, oh yeah, get a free game on Steam. Get this free game on Steam. That too. And humble bundles. So yeah. What do you usually get video game information on video games? Facebook, no, Reddit, Twitter, not really Discord, not really Instagram. I don't really go to a physical retail store, not gonna lie. Email from newsletters. No, yeah, game events, game for news sites. Not really shopping websites, manufacturers. Uh, that's usually after YouTube, and that's mainly about it. Okay, this question is for those who answer that they obtain information about games from YouTube. What kind of YouTube videos do you obtain information? Okay, information from game console manufacturers, yeah. Game developers live stream, yeah. Streamers, uh, really depends. Just like, oh hey, get to have a first look at the game, probably something like that. Videos posted by the game developers, yeah. Streamers, yeah. Community tabs, no. No, no. No. Hey, have you heard the Sega account and Unify account? Yes, I am registered. To what extent do you play game demos? Play demos of games I'm interested in. What aspects of game demos do you find valuable? Okay, so it's a demo. It's not supposed to be really long. Like, like the metaphor demo, for example, like you can play for like more than 10 plus hours. I think it was. It was like, that's a great first look at the game, but like demos really should like give you a taste about it, and yeah, having that first, like it gives you the first chapter of the full game. That's really good, but I don't really want to be like too long. Give me a taste of it. So, like, I don't really want to play demos for a long time because I want to save that for like the full game. Experience the appeal of games, yeah, less than 5 hours most likely. Carry the save data, that's good. Get feel of the control of the game, yeah, understand the game mechanics. Yeah, hearing the music. Receiving exclusive items or bonus from the demo. Oh, I guess it really depends on demo, but sure. And technically, like, doing that is like if you're playing on PC. And yeah, that's the most important game to try the game before release. Because you never know if a game, is coming out, if you like it or not. And, like, almost every game should have a demo of some sort so people can try it out and, like, essentially don't waste their money on a game they might not even like. So, like, having demo, it would be really great for everyone. So just, developers, if you're watching this, have demos out, let people try the games before they buy it. They used to do that all the time, and go to GameStop, they have the kiosk to like play demos. Now they don't really do that anymore. Like, Nintendo still does it. Like, at least when I went to my local Walmart, like, they have the PlayStation kiosk there, but it doesn't even work. So then Xbox doesn't have anything at all. So when purchasing a multi-platform game, do you refer to reviews, ratings of the game on the following sources? So, not gonna lie, like, I don't really refer to reviews. And why is it like have to be like multi-platform game? Why can't it just be like, the games in general? Like, I don't really like, oh, what is the rating for Metaphor on PS5 versus Xbox, technically versus PC? Like, I don't really look for that stuff. Just like looking, hey, is the game good? And, well, mainly like, oh, is there any hiccups or like that? If there isn't, fine. But I don't really refer to or watch reviews, mainly. Select everything you'd like to see in a trailer, video, or advertising footage. Using 2D animation, yeah. Now, using 3D computer graphics, are you talking about, like, the in-game cutscene graphics? Or are you talking about, like original 3D computer graphics to animate, or to, like, show what the game is about, and, like, exaggerate some scenes that are not really there? Like, like the infamous, like I think it was like a Killzone like trailer. It's just like it's all CG, not really displaying the actual game itself. Like if you're talking about that, I don't want that. But it's just, you know, the CG cutscenes that I'm alright with. But I think I'm gonna leave that blank just in case. Presentation by the voice actors, it's kind of iffy. Uh, but presentation by developers, I think that's a bit better because, you know, they're the ones hands on the game. They know more, you know, the behind the scenes of how things are working. So that's kind of what I'm interested in. Actual gameplay, yeah. Why? Like, why would that not be, you know, the automatic thing? Show me the actual gameplay of the game. And gameplay that shows the Legend of Same Story, yeah. Now that is actual gameplay that makes you feel like you're actually playing. I don't really understand that. Um, see here. I'm thinking about any other stuff I could possibly add, but I don't think so. Oh, we're already 60% through this, so hey, going pretty fast. Please select everything you like to see in the live stream that introduces a game on the developer's official channel. Like entertainment content related to the game, sure. Actual gameplay, yes. Unveiling unpublished, sure. Now having the voice actor as guest appearance, yeah, sure. Now having guest appearance by VTubers or like game tubers, just like it really depends on like how involved in the like gaming or like the game community they're part of. No, just like if you're just getting a random you know, streamer and they basically like never or very little play anything on the series, just like don't really want that. But if it's like someone who's like, oh yeah, you know, big fan of the series, so you know, play it all the time on my stream or on my videos, like sure, have that person gotta do it. But I do understand, you know, like, oh hey, we have this streamer who to bring in a new their audience to this series. Like I can understand, like, you know, having like it was like XQC playing it was Infinite Wealth, right? Cause like it brings his audience to play the game. He never really plays, you know, turn-based RPG, so it could, you know, it could have piqued his interest into playing the other games. I understand that, but just like it's really something gotta really balance out. Just like have that, but definitely have the game introduction presented by the developers. Pretty good, but how about this? Guest appearances by VTubers slash game streamers who are fans of the game series. That. There we go. Ideal period of time to watch for watching live streams related to games. Like literally like any time in the afternoon would probably be best. It's like early morning, like no. It's like 2 to 4 or 4 to 6. Well, let's go 4 to 6. When you watch live streams related to games, do you tend to watch them in real time or as recordings later? Yeah, I try to watch in real time more often, just because I don't want to get spoiled, you know, by what reveals is how happening during that. Like, you know, E3 or, you know, what used to be E3, Summer Games Fest, Tokyo Game Show, Nintendo Direct, State of Play, all that stuff. I really like to try to be there and watch it live versus watching recordings, because then if I happen to go on Twitter, hey, I just got spoiled by a reveal there. So yeah. So which of the following events held online? It's like the one you watched within the past year. So I believe there's one night's live rights for Gamescom. ONL, because that's Jeff Keighley's kind of thing. Guess Xbox Awards. I don't really watch Evo. State of Play, yeah, some Game Fest. Never seen me on Games Week, but Tokyo Game Show, Nintendo Direct. Okay. Please select the option that best reflects your attitude towards attending in-person events held at physical venues with an audience. Yeah, it really just like, I consider attending depending on the content and where it's being held. That is the most important part, where it's being held, because the majority of the time it's being held in either New York or Los Angeles or California, just in general. Like New York or California, it's always in one of those two areas. If within the United States, it's never Miami, Texas, Washington, or anything like in the middle of the country. It's usually just those two areas. So I consider attending depending on the content and where it's located. Please select the following from which you expect. What do you expect from in-person events? Okay, so what I expect from there, exhibitions, yeah, life-size figures. Yeah, actually, I think I saw, I'm not sure if it was life-size, but there was a huge, statue of Seeker from Metaphor at Anime Expo while I was there, and it looked awesome. Test playing games, yes. Surprise announcements, yeah. Music corners, yeah. Promotion of materials. Stages, yeah. Yeah, sure. Merchandise there. Original food and drinks. I don't really care, because it's usually... oh, excuse me. It's usually something overpriced. So, just gonna avoid that. Have you ever played the Persona? Have you ever played games from the Persona series? If you have, please select the first game from the Persona series that you have played. All right. So hey, they mentioned the first 2/3 Persona games, so that's good. But my first ever Persona game that I ever played was Persona 3 Portable. Yep, got that as a Crescent's present. So glad it was like I was really iffy on like picking that up. So like when I got my PSP, I got Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and then I think it was Portable that I got as that year's Christmas present. I think either that or it was the following year, because I remember playing like so much of a Birth by Sleep that I got 100%, actual 100% on Birth by Sleep, just getting every command, every skill, all up to like I think like 99, level 99, and like even going to like the secret episode, like gaining all of that up to 99. It's like it took me a long time for that. But yeah, Portable was my next game after that. And like I'm looking at my PSP titles, which I don't really have that much. Like those were like the main two games I really played on it. And then I had like a Naruto game on there, and as well as like two like Phoenix Star Portables 1 and 2. I barely played those. I haven't even beaten them. But yeah, going back to this, Portable was my first ever Persona game I've ever played, and I love it. I know Gabriel was like, "Oh my god, it's just a visual novel, and they took away the 3D the anime cutscenes." Like, yeah, that really sucks, but overall, it's still a good game, and also features a optional playable female character, so that's cool. What is the most recent Persona game you've played? Okay, so starring. Oh, so that's why people were saying, "Oh, where's Persona 1, 2?" Like, what's the most recent Persona game you played? Not even mentioning the first 3 Persona games. No Revelations, no Instant Sin, Eternal Punishment. So you can't just... Why? Why is that, not an option? They forget it? Highly doubt that, but like, why start with... It's just how everyone says, keeps saying, everyone starts with Persona 3. Everything starts off with Persona 3. There's no such thing as Persona 1 or 2. But the most recent Persona game I played, it was Reload. Yep. Yeah. So Alice, where's Persona 1 and 2? You're just missing that. And like they have, the PSP version of Persona, but not even having the PSP version of Persona 2 on there either. So why, Atlus? Like are they... Is there a way of teasing, oh yeah, we're gonna be doing a remake of or a remaster of Persona 1 and 2? Like, I mean, it's a weird way to do it, but well, why have the PSP version of Persona, but not the PSP version of Persona 2? That's okay. Let's just go on next. Have you ever played games from the Shin Megami Tensei series? If you have, please select the first Shin Megami Tensei series or related game that you've ever played. Alright, so that was Devil Survivor 2. Devil Survivor 2 is my first ever SMT game that I played. So if it's going by release date, right? So has to be like 2010, right? Yeah, Devil Survivor 2 here. Yeah, Devil Survivor 2, first ever SMT game I've ever played. Absolutely love it. I hear people say like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, I didn't play the first one, but I mean, still pretty good. Like, definitely loved the characters of Devil Survivor 2. Record Breaker made it even better by adding, the voice acting to it. Really loved it. Alice, if you can, have a Devil Survivor 1 and 2 remaster bundle. Come on, you can do that, please. I want to play more Devil Survivor 1 and 2. I want to play that on the channel. Like, I don't want to resort to like emulating or stuff like that, despite me having games there and the cost of like having a capture card built into my 2DS, well, 2DS XL is like way too much. I've seen like going for like $400, and you also have to send that in. So like, oof. But one day I'd like to do a Let's Play on the Devil Survivor games. I really would like to. Yeah, and then after that, I think my next SNT game that I at least played was Nocturne. But then, what else after that? I think I played, Digital Devils? It's either Digital Devil Saga or, SNT 4. One of those 2 games I played first. I don't remember when. Okay, so yeah, so no, I played SMT 4 first because I got that at launch, and I didn't get my PS3 until my birthday that year. Cause hey, I was really late to getting a PlayStation console. It was literally, I got it like 2 months before the PS4 launched. So it's just like, hey, I mean, like, I got a major stack of PS3 games that I got during that time. Just like, oh, buy 2 get 1 free used games. Really good. Yeah, so I played SNT 4 first before I played the Digital Devil Saga. Yeah. And then, yeah, just a whole bunch of other games, all that stuff. What was the most recent game from the SMT series or like game that you played? Yeah. That's Raito. Raito's last one I played. We'll now ask you about the games you have purchased slash played. For each of the segments below, indicate which is closest to your opinions after playing the following games. Okay. So Phantom X characters were appealing slash or B they were. Oh, okay. So were they appealing? Uh, well, I think at least to me, it's just like when we're comparing to like Persona 5 to X, I think 5 OG5 has more characters that really pop out versus Phantom X, because I think like at least like two or three of the characters have like almost the same hair colors versus, you know, like with Persona 5 you got someone with, you know, blonde, like a really yellow blonde hair, black hair, brown, uh redhead, orange head, um and then one who's like kind of like dark blue, navy blue, and then one's just like shortish pinkish brown ish color. So like at least, you know, they're just like a variety of like, you know, uh um of hair colors that, you know, can stand out. But right now with Phantom X, they don't really stand out to me. So I think probably close to like somewhere closer to B. The story was interesting. Story wasn't that interesting or didn't leave an impression. Now I'm currently at the second palace, and like I'm really just like some of the motivation for it, just like it's pretty wild. I mean, at least with like, you know, the subway slammer that costs like, you know, like a movement for like a week or two. Like, oh my god, it's a subway slammer. But like one, like the first one is try to be similar to, or is similar to, Kamishita in the OG5. So and now with the second one where it's just like, oh hey, technically like blackmailing, what was it, Shun? With his father and all, and the shop and all that stuff. Um, like people say like after when you get to the third palace it's better, but gonna say it's closer to B. Game mechanics were enjoyable. Like when exploring the palaces, it's alright. You know, it's essentially Persona 5 when doing that. But when it goes to battle, and that's where it gets a bit iffy. That is just like, oh hey, you gotta be level, like, even with this solid game, like you're going through like the entire like dungeon on that. Like if it really feels, at least to me, really weird that, oh hey, you have to be level 50 or something for the second palace or something like that to like get through this. Just like it really feels like they're really gonna be like expanding like the levels like so far, like level 300 or something like that. But like and when it goes to like the stats and like the moves, just like, oh, deal 100 and something percent of damage to the opponent. I'm just like, well, what does that mean? Like I'd rather have like, you know, oh, deal low, like deal light damage, deal average amount of damage, deal heavy severe amount of damage. That I prefer versus just like, oh, deal this percentage of damage. Like And well, what else? I mean, obviously, like, you know, it's a gacha game, so there's gonna be so many materials that you gotta keep count on. What can be used, what can be used on, how to get them. I'm gonna say it's just like somewhat closer to B. Controls were responsive, like play comfortably. at least from my experience, is just like the controls for P5X is kind of uncomfortable because you're playing on the touchscreen. To move the camera, you're gonna have to, you know, it essentially has to be in the middle of the screen. But there's also so many things like around the screen that I gotta make sure, like, okay, I'm not hitting the other buttons, and hopefully you're playing it safe. Now you can play with a controller if you want, especially like on PC. That's probably better. But playing it, just like with touch controls, it's just like it's a bit iffy, and it might be phone issue. But obviously, like could get some lag when playing. So um I'm gonna say so much close to A. Background music good or it's was not good. It's Persona 5 music. You got Lin in there. It's fairly good. I enjoyed the experience of steadily making progress every day. Uh, I'm like, if you see the second palace, like, well, once you fully get in there out and get the shooting party, you see the map just like, bruh. This is like literally like the first main floor you get to explore, and it's massive. And you got like 4 or 5 more floors that are probably of similar size, and just like that kind of takes you out. Just like, bruh, like I seriously have to go through all of this, and like if this was like in the main like console game, like it wouldn't be this big, like going through like a floor of in Persona 5, just like it's not that big. It's pretty easy to get through, pretty easy to navigate. Like we don't need all this, like all this much area. It's like a bit too much. I'm just gonna say it's closer to B. Try and pay con. I'm not gonna be paying. Maybe. I have no idea what they're gonna be doing for the game. The characters are doing, yeah, most definitely. Story was absolutely fantastic for Metaphor. So is the game mechanics. Yeah, completely comfortably. Right, I have the background music on my Spotify list. Yeah, definitely. Playtime is adequate. Yeah. Uh, price was for I would say I'd rather it be $60 since it was also on last gen PS4. So characters I will say that some of the characters could have been better. Like I did wish some of the characters had more agency to the game instead of just like more instead they were like more passive or in the background. Like some characters were doing stuff behind the off screen that we didn't get to see, or they're doing something that's off screen. So it's just like, so let's go with that. Story was interesting, yeah. Game mechanics, yeah, I would say that. I will say that the lock-on is a bit annoying, so I'm gonna say it's like so close to B. Background music good. I feel like it's just one track that was like that really piqued my interest, but like playtime was adequate. I beat the game within what was it, 41 hours, 31 hours. I forgot which of the two it was, but it was around that time. So let's say it like that, and got for like 50 something dollars. So um I'll say that. Okay. So what we got next? Okay, when did you become a fan of Atlus? Okay, you can refer to the release years of the following major games were when following. Okay. Uh So it's when answering, please select the year you became a fan, the year you actually played the game, not the game's original release year. Okay, so played portable, so that would be I thought I saw, yeah, 2010. Yeah, no, sorry, 2. Um, the year became a fan. The year you actually played the game. Not the games. So, um, I played portable. I think it was 2011. I think it was 2011, right? Because I think I was in high school during that time. So I think it had to be 2011. Yeah. So yeah, it's like the year you became a fan. The year you actually played the game, not the game's original. So I can say 2011. Yeah, because I played Persona 3 Portable first before I played Devil Survivor 2. But yeah, Catherine came out that year, so okay. Okay, now we're gonna ask about the game in different price ranges. How long do you expect the total play time? Those ranges. Okay. Release of Ascented with $9.99, less than 5. Less than 10. Less than 30. 40. 50. And when we're getting close to, like, full price, and like kind of expecting, like, yeah, like, if I'm spending more than $60 on a game, I better have a long playtime with it, because it is my money and I want my time's worth for it. uh so yeah, I like paying $70 or more. Anything above, essentially, like above 60s, like, I give me my playtime worth. Like, and not these, like, oh, 8 hours but you can replay. No, like, I already played the game before. I already experienced it, or like, I don't want to replay that game again. Because I already know what's gonna be happening. I want to have that big playtime that, I'm not sure what's gonna be happening, and just, like, yeah, like, try to do as much as I can within that one playthrough. Really great. That's what I want. When purchasing the digital version of Alice game, have you purchased a digital deluxe edition, which differs from the standard edition? So I've only purchased the standard. I've technically never bought a Vanillaware game, so yeah, literally the only digital version of an Alice game, not counting the PS3, PS2 digital version, it was literally Metaphor, I think. Yeah, Metaphor was literally the only recent Alice game that I bought digitally, because it wasn't available on PS4. So I had to buy that digitally. Now I have PS5. I gotta get myself a physical copy for that. When large-scale additional content is added for a game you like, how desirable are the following methods of release? Release of DLC that can provide you a better experience of the base game by adding extra story, characters, etc. Release of an enhanced version that can provide you a better experience of the base game by adding, yeah, okay, so well, let's see what the options are. Always desirable in some situations, never desirable. It is, I feel like it is, it depends. It depends on what they're doing with the game. I think the best option is just if you're doing this, have it available as both DLC in a physical version. Have both options available. So if someone has the vanilla version, they can just get the DLC, added to that, and they're good. Or someone who has never played the original version, hey, grab the enhanced version right here, play and go. Like, having both options would be great, because it's just like, hey, person doesn't have to go out and buy another version of it. They can just download the DLC right then and there. So like, it is essentially desirable in some situations. In some situations, not every, because like, for example, like Persona 5, literally the same generations we got Royal, and that was what, like, so released technically 2016 for Japan, 2017 for the West, and then it was 2021 that's Royal came out. So that's like a 4-year difference, no, 5-year difference in between release. And like, people were just like, oh wow, couldn't just, give me a DLC that, adds to that. Now, like, when you play Royal versus the vanilla Persona 5, you know that there are additions that happens within the game itself. It's not just, oh yeah, it's just having, beginning game, end of the game. No, there's always stuff that's happening within the main content of the game itself that is just like, oh yeah, this requires a full on new game playthrough of the game to see what's going on. And that was just like, be like, oh, do I really have to replay the whole game again to just see the new content? Just like, and that's where it's just like, oh man, that enhanced version would be pretty good, because it's saying like it's a new copy of a new game that you get to play through. So that's just like desirable in some situations. Like if they just like have an option, just like, oh hey, here is an uh a menu, an option in the menu where just like, hey, experience the new content that you can see that's only available in the added features, and then experience that without having to play through the entire game like that. So maybe if they do that, that'd be pretty good. But yeah, it really depends. So the question is for those who answered: the release of enhanced version provides you a better experience. Is desirable in some situation. What aspects do you think are necessary for a release of enhanced edition that can provide you a better experience of the base game to always be desirable? So yeah, if its price is cheaper than the original, that is also a major factor. Because like, imagine like it was full price for Royal, and like, hey, I mean, going back to like, I think with Persona 4 to Golden, it was $40. So the price is major playing point for that. If it's cheaper than the original, yeah, sure, go for it. Maybe, depending. It's easier than purchasing the original version and large-scale DLC separately. I mean, how? Like, technically, you can just go buy yourself a used copy of the original game, and then just use the money that you would have spent on, the newer version towards the DLC. So, and I can play it on a game device with better specs than the gaming device it was originally released for. That is just more of a port, really. Just like, yeah, like, with Royal going on, like, Switch, Xbox, PC. That doesn't really count on that. I don't really think that should count. Hmm. I think like just price point should be the major point of it. If it's less than full price of the original game, and it might be less, like probably like $40 or so. Like if it starts at $40, that would probably be an instant buy for me. Instead of like 60, 70, like no. But yeah, if it's like $40, most likely. Please select all the things you expect from Atlus tiles and what makes it feel like an Atlus tile. Strong cold feeling, yeah, like with the Nocturne, sure. Gameplay experience with themes, that you think about even when playing them. Yeah, like the like metaphor, really great. User interface, focus on comfort of play and pacing. No, oh no, but good designs on non-human, yeah. Yeah. Music worth listening to, definitely. Uh, yeah. Definitely like with the final area of a metaphor that characters with appealing personalities, yeah. Good designs, yeah, most definitely. For the UI. Challenging in game balance, interesting and deep stories. Sure, yeah. Yep. Uh, yep. Uh, Great voice acting. Alright. If a new game or sequel that came out for the following series, what platform are we playing on? Adrian Odyssey, Rido. Okay, so we're most likely going to be seeing that Rido 2 remaster next year, most likely, probably. I'm gonna be playing the dick move, just like, hey, yeah, yep, keep on PS4, PS5, Switch, sure, uh, Xbox, PC. Now, I would play on Nintendo Switch too. Okay, how about this? How about this? I would want to play on Nintendo Switch 2 only if it is complete on the game cartridge and is not a game key card. That's perfect, right? Perfect. Yeah, just like, because nobody wants a game key card. If we want a physical game, we want it fully on the card. No game key card. None at all. Alright? So yeah. Sure. I was thinking PC. That's then. Oh, really? Can you paste on there? Really? I can't copy and paste that? Okay, I gotta manually type this. What if I just like, just in case something shows up on search, I would want to play on Nintendo Switch 2 only if it is complete on the game cartridge and not a game key card. Don't see there. Will this work here? Yes. Alright, so I just literally just typed it in on the other browser here. Yeah. So I ain't one on the Switch 2 if it ain't fully complete. Boom, 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 boom. Boop, boop, boop. We're gonna make the PlayStation 4 last a whole 20 years. But like we know like Revival's gonna be only on next gen, so I doubt they're gonna listen to that. Yeah, I barely play any Vanillaware stuff, but hey. Yeah, and there was like no Vanillaware games on PC, I think. Except like maybe one, I think. Like I could have sworn like I thought like Dragon's Crown is on PC, but I don't think it is. Okay, which of the following games, game genre and mechanics would you be interested in trying out in with the world and characters of the existing games in the Persona series? Oh, well, we have Persona and okay, they have Instant Sin, but where's Eternal Punishment? Are they gonna be remastering that instead of Eternal Punishment instead of Instant Sin first? Who knows? Okay. Okay, multiplayer, roguelike, fighting, life sim. Uso, warrior styles, action adventure, souls like Metroidvania, dating simulation. Not gonna lie, with Persona 1, don't really think any of these fit. Like at all. Like maybe like the Metroidvania, since it does the whole, oh, first person dungeon crawl kind of thing, but like not I don't really think any of these fit. I don't think so. Persona 2, like I feel like the closest thing would be like roguelike, maybe. But just like in general, I don't think like any of this will fit. But I'll go with roguelike, maybe. Or Persona 3, we're at, we gotta be done with Persona 3. We don't need any more Persona 3. Like Persona 3 and 4 and 5. I think we're done here. I'm just gonna say none to that. None to that. But the only thing I want from Persona 5 is that Persona 5 Fighter, Persona 5 Arena. That's the only thing that people have been wanting from, the Persona 5. We want like a sequel to Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax. So like with Persona 5, oh yeah, it makes the most sense, And also potentially having, Persona 1 and 2 characters in there, that would have been really good. But yeah, just and like we already had like they took out the Muso, like, oh, we already had that. Metroidvania, I mean, that would be kind of cool, like with the solid palaces and all that stuff. Like it's a giant like something like Metroid Dread, just like each area is like its own palace. You can do something like that, maybe. Okay, it's like the type of media adaptations. Okay. Music performance, yeah. And when it comes to like the collaborations with retails, venues, or commercial events, it is almost always gonna be something in California. If not that, then New York. So I'd rather not. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Do I have to resend that? Oh, okay. We're good. Oh boy! I accidentally hit. I hit the back forward button on my mouse there. Oof. Okay, so back at it again. Just make my thumb take that off. Don't really care about audio dramas. We're not doing live action TV series and movies now. No novelizations. There's already manga adaptations of the Persona series now. Card games. There's White Schwartz for Persona 3, but TV series, like, there's already one for, like, there's already Persona 5 series, there's 2 Persona 4 ones, there's the Persona 3 movies, and, like, I'm not against them, like, if they're mostly gonna be continuing on, like, if there's a Persona 6, they're gonna be doing that again, and theater plays, like, a lot of these stuff are already happening. Like, for the collaboration with retail venues, like there was a pop-up parade, not pop-up parade, a pop-up shop in Low Tokyo recently. So there's no live action for that, but I think no, I don't think there's any novelizations. And merchandising is already everywhere. So S&T, there's not really that many S&T live performances, so sure. Now I kind of feel like probably S&T is probably like the closest thing you could get some live action stuff for. Like, like if they do like a live action version of like Devil Survivor, that would essentially be like 24. Like the show 24, where each episode is an hour of the day. So they could essentially do it like that. But also there's already manga adaptation of some stuff there. Sure, we haven't gotten a TV anime series of ST stuff besides Devil Survivor 2. Besides that, don't really have like no SMT 5, anime, SMT 4, all that stuff. The other play, sure, anime movies. Yeah, live performances, that. Now it would be pretty interesting to see live action series of this. I like to be hopeful. I really like to. Like there are some like say like if it was like kind of like Halloween Town where just like everyone has like prosthetics on for that, because it would be pretty easy to do that, and would be like that. It wouldn't have that much CGI. It really depends on like the monsters, like all the humans. Yeah, those would be CG, but like all the people in the towns, those are fairly easy to just like have some prosthetics on. So that I think it's all right. Metaphors already gaining manga adaptation. Sure, have an anime. There's already merchandising going on. Theater play, sure. Movies. I don't really listen to. I don't really know what's the music like in Vanillaware games besides 13 Sentinels. A little bit of Dragon's Crown I played. I don't think live action would work on those. Maybe for Unicorn Overlord, maybe. From the little I've seen. Sure, we can do that, man. Yeah, and there's not much on merchandising for Vanillaware games that I've seen. 808%. What's your current status? I'm going to haven't yet, but I plan on doing so. Okay. I was gonna say like, oh, well, they're gonna ask, oh, if you have Switch 2, what do you think about like, oh, the whole game keycard things? Like, oh, I don't know. But okay, last question. Free input, no character limits. Okay, here we go, guys. Gotta put in our full opinion about all this. Okay, so one. Let's number these off. Okay. Persona 1 and 2. Duology means remake. Leaning more towards P2 since it was tied for first with Persona 3 for the most wanted remake during the 25th anniversary, and nothing has been said since about it. Actually, make this two. One here. Where is the question about what game the games should get a remake slash remaster? We wanted to put our input about that since V3R is out. And P4R got announced this year. Okay. 3. Digital Devil Saga HD remastered when? I want to go back to those games without having to dig back out my PS3 and plugging it back in. Or Double Survivor Block and 2 record anchor issue ports when they were the most fun S&T spin-off game that were made, besides Persona, obviously. We need them back with Double Survivor 3. Stop making games on Switch 2 for game key cards. Nobody wants them. Nobody likes them. Please make future games on this system complete in cart. Alright, what else? No. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be a wild one. Can we get a true Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem game that isn't Tokyo mirage sessions, like a game where both series characters are interacting with each other and probably seeing each other's worlds. Is like it would have been cool to just like Tokyo Mirage Sessions was something that people did not really expect that, you know, SMT Fire Emblem crossover game to come about. Like we were actually expecting the whole, hey, Morth meets, you know, Demi Fiend, that kind of thing. Just like Tokyo Mirage Sessions just turns into like a Fire Emblem Persona game, essentially. I still haven't played that, even though I have it. Let me see here. Uh, please have more events in the United States that isn't just in California or in New York. Ugh. Ugh. Like in Florida, Kentucky, Texas, more areas besides the first two stated. Now, I think that's probably about it. Anything with Persona 5, not 5, 6, no. Please make the 30th anniversary better than the 25th anniversary. But the 30th. More than just remasters being. Please say please and thank you. So yeah. Don't milk metaphor like Persona. Like Persona 5 was. You don't want almost 10 years of metaphor. It's like, as much as I love metaphor, maybe like, like with spin-offs, yeah, more specifically spin-offs. Don't want spin-offs. Like, give me a direct sequel to metaphor. Like, I'm fine with that. Just like don't do like Dancing and Starlight, Tatko, or like Strikers. Like no. Too much. But yeah, I think that's, oh wait, 10. Do do a Persona 5. Eh, that's uh yeah, okay. Okay, I think 10 is pretty good. Um what? 11. Make more non SMT slash Persona related games, like, you know, Trauma Center or Catherine. Yeah, because Catherine has the perfect opportunity to like have more games. Because like, what was it? The golden something, like the game starts off with like, oh, welcome to the golden thing, where it's just like that would be the perfect opportunity to just like, hey, we're gonna try something out with this game, and you guys like it. Oh, we can, expand that a bit more into like its own series, and but still have that, oh, the golden, like, what was it, the golden sheep or something like that? I forgot the name of it, but like that would have been a good opportunity, but they didn't capitalize on that. Um, hmm. See here. But I think that. Yeah, I think probably 11. 11's fine. So let's just click next, and we are done. We are done with this year's Atlus survey. I think I put in, majority of what I wanted to say. I think some of the questions could have been. I think some of the questions were a little bit weird, but yeah, definitely, like, where it says, what was your most recent Persona game that you played, and nothing of Persona 1 and 2. Really weird. But hopefully we'll hear something about those results sometime within the next couple of months into next year, which I believe should be the 30th anniversary. So we'll probably hear the results of that next year. But yeah, this is it. If you guys just haven't done the survey, links will be down in the description below. And tell me in the comment section down below, what did you tell Alice? What was the request that you asked Alice to do? I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments, and opinions in the comment section down below. And like always, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, favorite, share, our friends. Check out links in the description below for my social media links. And I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Power out. Yeah.